guys for tuning in. It's your boy Triple BOYDEE on the beat, and I'm here with Matthew Balls
Hello.
of the world famous YouTube channel, Matty
Yes,
Balls.
sir.
And today we're looking at 10 artists that we're watching going into 2022. We're looking at mostly smaller artists. And when we talk about artists we're looking at people who we think like percentage wise are gonna like grow the most. So, like for example, like Kendrick Lamar is someone I'm looking at a lot next year, but he's not going to be on this list because when Kendrick drops the album, like Kendrick's already one of the biggest artists in the world. He's not going to get much bigger after he drops this album. So we're really looking at artists we feel like are going to make a big impact and have a lot of growth in their respected scenes. This is just again a personal list. I'm sure there's a ton of artists who would deserve to be on a list like this and probably do, but this is just our personal listening taste. This is in no particular like top 10 order. It's been a while down here since I've seen somebody grow so organically. Like I first heard Tony Shnow because people kept sharing his music. Like he got in the song with 10 Cell Phones, who's local out here to Charlotte. Shouts to 10. Um, and then I just saw a bunch of people sharing his shit, like from all sorts of different scenes. Like people that didn't even know each other sharing his shit. I think I saw Black from Spider Gang sharing his shit. Same thing with Big Baby Gucci. And it's just like I've seen so many people sharing his artists, and Tony Snow is the type of artist that if you show him to the younger kids, fuck with him. You show him to a bunch of high school kids, they're gonna fuck with it. If you go to like your uncle's house or your dad, you show him like old heads, they're gonna fuck with it. He's an artist who I feel like can hit many different generations.
It's a good point.
So that's definitely my pick. I love the vibes he brings. He gives me that old school vibe, but kind of like a new school swagger, and I really like that. So
Yeah.
he's one of my picks.
Yeah, Tony Snow is smooth. I like some of his songs. All right, now next up on the list, we get the boy Ericdoa. Now, you guys may or may not have heard of Ericdoa. He kind of does it all. He does the pop, he does the rap, and he's got some swag. And he's got an Addison Rae cosign, which is pretty big. Uh,
That's the key to blowing up in 2022 for
for
all
real.
artists watching. You got to get that Addison Ray cosign.
For real, bro. They were on live together. She said she wants to go to Eric's show. And he's just been dropping a ton of singles recently. I feel like next year he hasn't dropped a project, at least a solo project, in a while. I guess actually COA may have dropped last year. I can't remember. It was either last year or 2020. But I feel like he's going to drop a project and a lot of singles. And the way he's moving his sound, he's expanding genres. No way he doesn't have a big year next year.
Yeah, Eric DOA, I've checked him out a little bit. His music is dope. I first got onto him when he did a song with my boy Deep October. Shouts to Deep October.
That was a
We
good
all love
song.
Deep October. Great song, by the way. Great song. You should check out Deep October's music if you haven't yet. Coming up real fast out here. But that's how I first got on him, and he's got a smooth sound. So I'm gonna look more into him. But I'm excited to kind of dive deeper into his music.
Yeah, that song was really good. It's catchy.
Big Baby Gucci's a Charlotte artist. He's been around for a while. Like he's been going back years, but he has a lot of longevity. I feel like just as an artist, like the music is very very intricate. Like he's just not putting out basic shit. His production is on point. The flows, the way he approaches a record is on point. Um, just vocally is incredible, and he's damn near doubled in size. I think if you look at Spotify monthly listeners, he's probably like around 100,000, 150,000 last year. Because I mean, I've been paying attention to numbers, and I just looked at his numbers before this video. He's at almost 500K. He's got a cooking show now, which is he's gonna do a lot with next year or this year, 2022. Dropping more projects. He's very very consistent with the music, and beyond being consistent with the music, it's all very high quality music. So I haven't seen many artists who can go at the consistency that he's gone at with his music, dropping all these fucking albums and have it all be good. Like he didn't have any misses. Like he didn't drop anything. And I'm like, oh, this isn't good. This is da da da. But no, he hits it on the head every time.
Yeah, his production's super fire too. That's like the one thing I notice is like when I listen to his music, like it sets him apart so much. It's so unique.
There's a, there's a producer Fish he works with heavy. Fish is a great producer. I know Casco Crazy got a good song with him too. But yeah, no, the production is very very tight. His producers and his beat selection is crazy.
Next up on the list, we got the boy Jaleel. Now, I don't know if you guys have heard of Jaleel. I'd be surprised if you haven't. He's been going like crazy on TikTok. I made a video about him. He's dropped a few music videos. One, I think one of them just hit 1 million views. And he just like found his groove a few months back, and he's just been going crazy ever since. His voice is awesome. It's like super high pitched, and he's like this real big dude. So I'd be surprised if you guys haven't heard of him or seen him on TikTok, seen like a fight video of him or something like that. Seen him dancing. Super energetic, really funny guy, and he has like super good music. He just put out a song where he pitched his vocals, and I feel like that could be the next move. Could be the wave. People are. It's a little trendy right now. But yeah, he's been blowing up, especially on TikTok. So make sure to check him out.
I just love when he rips the shirt off, does a fucking backflip. It is like he's a whole thing. And he has that dance in his videos.
Yeah,
He's got Jaleel juice. I haven't even got my hands on some Jaleel juice, but I definitely want to
yeah, I
try
gotta
some of
find
that.
that.
I definitely gotta find that. It's probably hard to find, rare, exclusive Jaleel
Wonder
uh
what it tastes like.
product. I wonder if yeah, I don't know. It looked orange. I don't know. I think the one I saw.
Look
I don't
good.
know. But I fuck with Jaleel. So Yeet, I feel like 2022 is really gonna make or break him as an artist. So he had a big 2021, made a huge splash, especially with the Drake cosign. But as you go into his music, a lot of it started to sound similar, from the cadence to the flow to what he was saying to the beat selection. A lot of it just started to sound the same. So I'm very curious, and I mean, he's a very consistent artist. So he is dropping a lot of music. That's kind of how his fan base. That's kind of how he gets his fans. That's kind of what his fan base likes. But I'm really curious to see in 2022 how he switches up the sound and how he utilizes all his new connections in the industry to kind of maneuver his way through and grow as an artist. Because this year, I feel like I said, it's either going to make or break him. Like he's either going to go up a lot or he's going to kind of fall off. So Yeet is someone I'm definitely interested in watching this year. The Spider Gang collab was interesting because I never really saw it coming, but it makes
That was
sense.
funny.
So if he keeps doing shit like that, collabing with different artists and really trying to expand on his sound, then I think he's going to be very successful this year.
Yeah, no, he's definitely getting big, and he has like so many songs on TikTok too. I just saw another one everyone's like going crazy about on TikTok. All right, next up on the list we got the boy Dro Kenji. He's more melodic. He's with Internet Money. He's dropping an album 28th of this month, so in only 17 days. And it's probably gonna be fire. He's been super consistent. All the albums I've heard from him so far have been like fairly consistent. All of them have had some bangers on them. And obviously internet money is kind of unfair when it comes to promoting artists. Like once you're at the internet money and you got a good voice, like it's pretty much over. New album this month, and honestly, I think he dropped like 3 albums last year, so he's just been crazy consistent, and I enjoyed all of them. So there's no doubt that he's gonna keep growing. I'm sure he'll have some more songs on TikTok. That's half how I found him, and his recent single was fantastic. I think the direction he's been going in with his music is great. His melodies are fantastic, and there's no way he doesn't catch a wave with the mainstream this year and just maybe even get on the radio, something like that. I think he has a perfect voice for it and definitely deserves to be up there.
Killswitch has had a massive 2021. Even quit his job to like February 2021.
I saw that in the interview. That was
Like,
hilarious. I was very surprised.
like it happened for him, and it happened very fast, and he deserves it because his music is great. He has a great personality. He's very genuine person. Um, so I think 2022 is going to be even bigger year for him. He's signed to All Six Management, which is Puya, Mikey the Magician, Swig, shout out Swig. Um, I think if I'm missing anybody, I'm sorry, but he's got a powerhouse management team. He's up. He just on tour with Puya and Josiah. It's just only going to go up for him from here. The
Yeah,
music is the music is good.
I like how he the
Um,
direction he took with his album. I honestly, I think I might have enjoyed the melodic stuff more. Like it's
yeah,
catchier and I think it lasts longer.
that's what. And that's also another thing. He's got that melodic, softer music. And I think we were talking about the last video that we did on Killswitch. We were talking about how artists tend to last longer when you can hit them with something they're gonna feel when they're younger and grow with them as they get older. So if you hit
Yeah.
someone with a song that, say you're 18 in high school going through a breakup or some shit, and Killswitch hit you with that song you needed to hear, you're growing a really solid fan base with that type of music, and they're gonna grow with you, and it does last longer. Like we also talked about, like, how many turn up songs are you still playing? Like, even when you use "Look at Me" as example, that's
Yeah.
the one, that's the turn up song
That
too,
is
and
the song.
I can only want to listen to it so much now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Compared to X's softer shit.
All right, next up we got the boy White Rose Moxie. I think he's probably the smallest person out of everyone on this entire list. He's got like 12K on Instagram, something like that. But there's just no way he doesn't like triple that this year. His music's been super consistent. I think he dropped two projects last year. Maybe it was just one. But he's definitely gonna drop another project this year. He's been putting out singles recently, and I think the music has just been getting better and better. He's been experimenting with different sounds. Like he's done like alt rock type of stuff, poppy stuff, mostly rap stuff is what he does. All different genres and subgenres of rap. Like he does a lot. He's done collabs with people like Midwest, Tom the Mailman, a lot of cool artists. He got a really dope music video this year that was in Times Square. So there's just no way that White Rose Moxie doesn't keep going up this year. As long as he's consistent, he'll definitely at least triple his numbers. And everyone I've showed White Rose Moxie has been like, wow, this dude's fire. Like he does so many different types of music. So make sure to check him out too, because he's definitely gonna keep going up this year.
So I think before we go into, you know, our last ones, we should do some honorable mentions. You brought up Midwest. I feel like that's another person who could go up a lot this year.
He was kind of in that like hyper pop scene, but he's kind of switching over to the whole like trap, like autumn, summers, that
Yeah,
little community type of stuff.
that's
Yeet
when I started to hear
type
about him.
music. Yeah, it's good. It's good stuff.
NASCAR. NASCAR Aloe has been quiet, but he has now finally turned in his American Wasteland album. He hasn't really dropped any music that much in the past couple of years. He dropped a little bit.
Yeah.
It'll be very interesting to see what happens after he drops his album and starts doing more shows, everything opening back up again this year. Teenage Disaster, too, just signed to Atlantic, had a huge year. Hasn't released a whole lot of music, but it's all done very well. Was in the Rolling Stone magazine, got a shit ton of potential just as a even beyond a musician, been making games, stuff like that.
That's
But
crazy. I saw like Markiplier and stuff played his games.
yeah,
Millions of views. Crazy.
crazy. Like, very, very creative individual. Man, this one might not really fit the list, but Freddie Gibbs, man. Freddie Gibbs, I know is old. Dude's like 45, but he just keeps getting better with every album he drops. I hear about him online a lot more lately. I've been hearing his name float around Twitter. Been hearing a lot of people talk about him. So he's one of those rare people who just keeps getting better as he gets older.
One person I can think of is Kenny Mason, because he collabed with Freddie Gibbs recently. Uh, I don't know. He's just been putting out good singles. Dropped an album last year. Probably drop another one this year. Angelic Could Rap from 2020, one of my favorite albums. Like one of my favorite hip hop albums probably ever. I think he's super talented. Collab with like Denzel Curry, JID. I think he has a collab in the works with. So a lot of people he's working with. That'll definitely get his name up there more. Probably doing more shows. So I'm excited to see what he has coming next year.
Lil Darkie was another artist who just never seen anything like it in my life. Just he had maybe a couple thousand SoundCloud followers when I first heard about him. He had like 2,300 or something on Instagram. Like, it just astronomical growth since like mid 2019, just at a crazy, crazy pace. Like, he's such a polarizing figure. Like, polarizing, I don't think is a word that I can use for anybody else on this list. Like, he's polarizing. Like, you see, whether you like it or you don't like it, you see and you hear his music and you automatically have a strong thought about it in his art. You know what I mean? It strikes you no matter who listens to it. Good or bad, he's polarizing.
Yeah.
Like Kanye's polarizing. That's another good artist to use that word for. But and with the growth that he's had in 2021, in the growth Spider Gang has had utilizing the internet in the pandemic, I'm so excited to see what he's got going on in 2022. He's crazy talented as a musician. He's crazy talented as an artist overall. You know, his fan base is so I've seen I've rarely seen fan bases that are just crazy like that. Like they stand him.
Yeah, people
Eminem
said it's like a cult
coined
like
that
fan
fan
base.
base. It's yeah, that's like it's very cult like, and he takes it seriously too, which I'm
Yeah.
happy to see. He takes it very seriously.
And I
He
saw he
just
posted like a couple hours ago that he's dropping more music than he ever has this year. I don't know if that's true because he used to drop like a ton of music, but that'd be
yeah
dope.
no. I mean, we'll see. I wouldn't be surprised
Yeah.
because that man is like a powerhouse. He's always working. He's always got something. He puts a lot of thought and time into everything that he does. Music videos are top notch. The How to Rob a Bank video is amazing. Like he just, yeah, man. There's not many words to describe him. He's great. I don't know how else to put it. And that's definitely, I know this list wasn't in order really, but that's my number one pick for 2022. I'm so excited to see what he does, and especially going back to Europe.
Yeah. Yeah. So Durkee is also one of my favorite artists. And then my last pick for this list is another one of my favorite artists, Gene Dawson. So I guess it's ironic they both ended up last two picks. But Gene Dawson is probably one of my favorite artists I've ever found in the underground scene. He does more like alt rock type stuff, but like he had my top two most listened albums last year. My most listened songs were literally just like his songs. He's super fantastic as an artist, very creative. Worked with Mac DeMarco on his last song. He The way he stylizes everything and his image is really cool. Like he kind of when he finished his last album and all the visuals, he said like the end of an era, and now he's introducing a new era, which is I guess some chaos thing. I don't know the whole lore behind it, but he's dropping a few singles. I think he's done one or two, and then he's got probably an album again coming this year, whatever the chaos thing is. So you guys should, out of anyone I've put on this list, I would recommend checking him out first. Like he does alt rock mostly, but it's fantastic and it's hard to label. So definitely check it out. He's a very fantastic artist, and there's no way he doesn't catch a wave and just go up this year.
Subscribe, all that bullshit. Cliche YouTuber. Like, comment, subscribe, da 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 da. And yeah,
Right now.
that's that. Right now, do that shit right now. Right now. Maddyballz are gonna pull up with the Glock.
Yes, sir.
Maddie drive-bys. But shit, thank you guys
I'm
for tuning
trying to.
in. Go follow and subscribe to Maddie's YouTube channel too. Oh, he's got the katana. Maddie Ball's gonna pull up on you with the fucking katana.
Yes, sir.